Hi guys, my name is Daniel, paramedic and one of the owners of Allied Medical Group.
Hi, my name is George. I'm a director and one of the owners of Allied Medical Group.
Hi, my name is Lewis. I'm a paramedic and one of the directors of Allied Medical Group and the CQC registered manager.
The purpose of these videos is to induct you to the company, let you know who we are, how we operate and certain little about the organisation to hopefully answer any questions you have moving forward. So, hello again guys. Allied Medical Group was founded on the 19th of August in 2022, following the merge of 3 previous companies. Since then we've gone from strength to strength as an organisation and are the company you've applied to work for today. Allied, as you saw earlier on, is owned by 3 directors, Lewis, George and myself. You'll see us throughout various different videos today inducting you to the company, and if you have any questions you can contact us at any point to support you. Okay, the company is contactable via email for routine questions. If there's any emergencies, our office is 24/7 and that will direct to the on-call manager. Allied Medical Group is a Lincolnshire-based company with the bulk of our work being based in and around the surrounding regions and counties of Lincolnshire, but we do undertake work on a national footprint all over the country and on occasion internationally as well. So at Allied Medical Group, our corporate image is really important to us as part of obviously not only providing excellent care but looking the best as well. It's one of the things that our customers like from us is our service standards and image. So when you come to the organisation, you'll be given a variety of uniform to obviously not only identify yourself but to ensure that you're safe. This may include a variety of epaulets pertinent to your clinical grade, Allied Medical Group polo top, Allied Medical Group high vis and Allied Medical Group coat. If any of these require any of the clinical grading slides that go within them, you will also be issued these as well, again pertinent to your clinical grade. It's of the utmost importance that when our staff and subcontractors and general workforce are working for us, they represent us the best that they can and look the best that they can to hopefully enable you to feel the best that you can and provide the best level of care that you can. So one of the reasons a lot of our customers use at Allied Medical Group is we are genuinely committed to trying to be the best organisation that we can be, improving our standards and services, and as part of that the customers tend to have certain expectations from us, one of which is that you obviously arrive at work on time, looking presentable. It creates a lot of difficulty and problems for us because festival organisers, when they book us, they book a minimum requirement of staff and that needs to be there in order for that event to run and operate smoothly. So we need our workforce to be there to represent for that. One of the other things off the side of that is we do understand that sickness can occur and things like this. As part of being on the Bright HR platform, which Lewis will talk about later, we do have a policy and a process for ringing in sick on the rare occasions that should happen. Okay. And very finally, once you've worked for us, you are well entitled to pay because you've earned it. Your invoices can be sent to us and they are processed within the standard 31 days. Often as a company we can pay much sooner, but sometimes due to us just being generally busy, which as an organisation is an asset, it can take us a few days longer. We are registered with the prompt payment code and everybody is paid on time.
Hello, my name's George from Allied Medical Group. Today I'm going to show you some of the equipment that our staff carry in events. We have 2 types of equipment. We have the clinician's kit and the first responder kit. This ensures that the right equipment is taken to the right patient. Today we're going to walk you through the first responder kit bags. That's the Entonox bag and the first responder bag. This equipment provides an initial response to every patient. The first responder bag is noted with this label, and in the rear compartment you will find a stock sheet which has photo references just in case you forget where equipment's stored. The outside pocket on the bag contains a bottle of water, and then the main compartment is sealed with a green tag so you know it's stocked. Inside the main compartment is an adult bag valve mask and a Life Pack 1000 AED, along with a set of adult OPAs in the main compartment. Moving into the main compartment of the bag now at the front, you've got eye wash pods and gauze, plasters and wipes, trauma bandages and 4 blankets, conforming bandages with tape. In the lower part you have ice packs with more triangular bandages, and then in the front pocket you have extra large plasters with alcohol sanitizer. So we'll now move on to the Entonox bag, which also has the label on the front to identify it. Inside the main compartment you have the Entonox giving set. You have the disposable mouthpieces that attach and the Entonox cylinder itself. That is all the equipment that our first responders will carry during an event. Today we're going to go through the clinician's equipment that you'll be issued on an event. It composes of the primary response bag, which contains all of the standard equipment such as oxygen, dressings and cannulation kit, the medicines bag and the LifePak 15 monitor defibrillator. Today we're going to walk through the clinician's equipment that you'll carry on events. We're starting with the primary response bag. This bag is designed to mirror our local ambulance service to provide operational efficiency if we are jointly working together on an incident, with one or two small variations. The start of the bag, we have the sharps bin and a clinical waste bag. Then to the left of that we have the dressings pouch. This carries all of your normal gauze swabs, eye wash pods, tape, plasters and wipes. In the lower pouch at the front of the bag we hold our intravenous fluids module, which has 2 bags of sodium chloride and a bag of glucose and some giving sets. Also within this pouch we have trauma equipment such as hemostatic gauze, trauma bandages and tourniquets. As we move into the main compartment of the bag, you'll see that all the pouches are identifiable by their labels. So we start with the intravenous access pouch. This has all the equipment in to administer medications to a patient. Above this pouch we have our airway module, which carries eye gels, OPAs, MPAs and all the accessories that you need to support the patient's airway. On the reverse side is where we keep our oxygen cylinder down the centre and then our adult and child oxygen masks with the appropriate BVM underneath each one. That's all the equipment that we keep in our primary response bag. Today I'm going to walk you through the LifePak 15 monitor defibrillator. So this is our primary monitoring machine for all patients. This has the capability to do blood pressure, SpO2, 3-lead, 12-lead ECGs, as well as provide pace into the patient. You'll find the observations equipment on the left-hand side of the monitor with your SpO2, your ECG cables and your non-invasive blood pressure cuff. And then the 12-lead ECG cable is in the left-hand side pouch along with the electrodes. The right-hand side of the pouch contains the defibrillator pads, razors, tough cuts, as well as the capnography filter lines for cardiac arrest and nasal capnography. The outside pocket on the right side contains the blood glucose testing machine and the thermometer, and then the rear pouch at the back of the LifePak contains all of the spare blood pressure cuffs. That's all the equipment inside our LifePak 15. And today I'm going to show you the medicines bags that we give to our event staff. The yellow bag is our standard clinician's medicines bag, with the red one being for specialist practitioners. In the rear of the bag you will find the paperwork, which contains all the information about the medicines within the bag, such as the batch and the expiry. If you sign out any of the medicines, please ensure that you include your PIN number if appropriate and the PRF number associated with the medication. In the main compartment of the medicines bag you will find the panels that fold out. The inside of this one contains 2 IV paracetamol, and the reverse all of your cardiac arrest drugs, 1 in 10,000 adrenaline and amiodarone pre-filled syringes. The other side contains all of your flushes, sodium chloride and water for injection pods. All of the ampule medicines are in the top that are labelled, and the rest of the medications are stored in the pouches shown here. The red tear-out pouch is sealed with an EZ-IO gun for intraosseous access. And then the controlled drugs module in the sealed red pouch for all of the controlled drugs that you will carry if appropriate. That's all the equipment inside of our standard clinician's medicines bag. Today I'm going to show you the specialist practitioner's medicines bag. This bag is different from the standard clinician's medicines bag, as it is a red bag and has the label on the front. Within this bag you will find enhanced medications for urgent care, primary care and emergency care. Enhanced analgesia and controlled drugs can be found in the yellow pouch marked with the controlled drugs label. We have other things such as Penthrox and a wide range of antibiotics and other useful medicines to treat those conditions at events. And today I'm going to show you the paperwork that is carried at events. We have two kinds of paperwork. One of them is the operational command folder that's carried by our operational team leaders, and the second one is the paperwork wallet in the cab of every ambulance. Within the ambulance paperwork you'll find a QR code sheet, vehicle's fuel card, paper PRFs, envelopes, and you'll also be issued an iPad to complete our new patient report forms electronically. However, we do retain paper just as a backup. The QR codes provide information on the vehicle daily inspection, incident reporting, safeguarding concerns, and where to access the fuel card stations. The operational team leaders will carry a folder that looks like this. This folder contains major incident folder to make decision logs and share decision making recordings. Various information about communication with various responders, people in crisis, the JESIP principles, further information about major incidents such as ambulance login, patient login, as well as escalation contingency plans. Each ambulance also carries a 10-second triage pouch in the glove box, which contains a multitude of triage bands and the diagrams below. That's all the equipment that we carry for paperwork on events. Hello, my name is George from Allied Medical Group, and today I'm going to show you around one of our ambulances. So I've just collected the vehicle and I'm starting off by scanning the QR code within our vehicle pack to carry out the vehicle daily inspection form. So I'm going to input my details, the date of the check, which vehicle we're currently assessing, and all the relevant information to make sure the vehicle's safe to take for our shift. Once I've completed that, I'm then going to go around the vehicle and check all the equipment is there. So as you can see laid out on the seat, all the glove box equipment is ready. 10-second triage pack, we have the tow and eye, spare bulbs and crew PPE in the form of ear protection. And then just in case, we do have some jump leads in the centre console as well. So an important part to note is that all vehicles will come with the shoreline plugged in to make sure the battery is fully charged. Lift up the flap, pull it to remove it, and make sure it's hung above the floor so it doesn't get water damage. So now I'm going to show you inside our vehicles. They're all laid out very similar, although not identical. We have the response bag, medicines bag and Entonox bag laid out on the side. And then inside the vehicle we have the ventilator, the suction unit and the Life Pack 15. If you want to come inside the vehicle, you'll find we have more equipment stored at the back with the scoop and the carry chair, and then our large HX oxygen cylinder is also stored in the side compartment. This is always stored in the off position to prevent any leakage, so please make sure this is turned on at the start of your shift and then turned off at the end of it. All of our cupboards are labelled with what equipment we have inside them. So this cupboard has first aid kit, the trauma kit and vomit bags inside. Each of them are labelled so you know what's in them. All of these bags also come with labels and diagrams so you know what is inside the bag without having to open it and break the seal. The rest of the cupboards are quite simply labelled. We have plenty of infection control equipment, patient comfort items and spare clinical equipment. That's what's inside our ambulances. Once you've completed a patient transfer, please make sure that you note down who's driving the vehicle and when. We have a legal obligation to ensure that we know who's driving our vehicles and when they're driving. So please make sure on the back of the paper report form, or you note it down in the notes of the electronic patient report form, who the driver is and when they were driving. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Lewis. I'm one of the directors and paramedic at Allied Medical Group, as well as being the CQC registered manager.
What platforms am I going to be added to when I join Allied Medical Group?
So when you join, you'll be added to platform Sling, which we use for our employee scheduling. We use this for both employees and self-employed contractors. So you'll get a little invite and a link on how to actually use the app, how to sign up and how to register your shift availability. Once you've done that, you'll then be able to tender onto shifts that are applicable for your grade, and they'll then be either approved or declined by one of us depending on operational requirements. As well as Sling, you'll also be added to Bright HR, which is where we add all of your information and details into, and you can help us just by making sure that your contact details, your address and next of kin information is all updated on there.
What benefits can I get from working with Allied Medical Group?
So as one of our registrants, you'll be able to have access to the Employee Assistance Programme, which is Bright Exchange, so it gives you access to a load of high street discounts which you only get through Bright Exchange, as well as access to our mental health and wellbeing app, which you can log on to, and it has loads of support available and counselling available in the app 24/7.
How do I go about putting in complaints about accidents and incidents?
So any concerns that you've got on shift or even after shift or before, you can go and scan in onto one of the QR codes. So we've got incident reports, safeguarding concerns and feedback forms that if you have anything, just scan the QR code, fill it out and it goes straight to one of us. Obviously if there's something immediate or that we really need to do something with sooner rather than later, you can speak to either your team leader on your event, or you can directly message one of the directors via email or on WhatsApp, which will be added to.
Thank you very much for taking the time to watch these short videos. I hope you found them useful. If you need any support, then please email office@alliedmedicalgroup.co.uk or feel free to give any of us a ring. Thank you.